Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
Hello, and welcome to the Grumpy Vlogger Monday Night Live show. I was going to bring on old Joe, but he's had kind of a rough weekend, so I'm going to let him rest for a little bit. But let's just get right into it. First off, I want to welcome anybody who might possibly be watching this on Twitch. Yes, I have a Twitch account. It's called Grumpy Vlogger. What else? So I'm simulcasting on Twitch and on YouTube. So, I mean, not that the show's any better on one or the other. They both, it is what it is. So, let's just go ahead and bring in my favorite political satirist, commentator, wise guy, whatever you want to call him. Here he is. The guy with the worst jokes in the world, none other than my friend and colleague, Mr. Art Carlson.
Yeah.
How you doing, Art?
I'm a little winded. I just got in about 5 minutes ago. I had a real estate gig out in Aurora, and it was in Class D airspace.
Okay.
So I had to get authorization, and it took a while to fumbling around, and
right.
my friend got his phone out, so we had a hot spot, so we were able to get on. And after fussing with it for about 10 or 15 minutes, we finally got the authorization and flew the flight, got the photos, and I'm happy.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, I'm glad you made it anyways. I know that was probably a hassle and you was hustling, but uh now, is this your last week to work with the current company before the new one takes over, or has that
Yes,
already
it
happened?
is. Mm-hmm.
Your last week, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I I discovered I forgot I had a Twitch account. And I
Ooh.
discovered that I can broadcast on both Twitch and this at the same time using StreamYards. They've made it very easy, and so I am currently broadcasting on both Twitch and uh, also in the Twitch. Yeah, uh, that's for those on the left. Artco once sold you waterfront project. Yeah, that's
in
funny.
Arizona.
Yeah, in Arizona. Yeah, believe it
Yeah,
or
it
not,
had a
there
bridge over it too.
a bridge over it. Probably London Bridge.
Yep.
You know, London.
Mhm.
I find that ironic that London Bridge is in Arizona.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Somebody bought it, tore it apart, rebuilt it in Arizona.
Okay, Johnny DRC. He's cutting in and out. Hopefully, it's
All
on
right.
your end and not my end because it's looking good. I'm watching it over here on Twitch and I'm watching it on YouTube. I'm not getting any green lights. So hey. Yeah, I was
You're
bought
good.
by a guy and rebuilt there, and of course they rebuilt London Bridge. And they took the old one apart, shipped. God, could you imagine how much that cost to ship all those bricks
Boy.
over?
Yeah.
Not counting the fact that he had to buy it in the first place. So, yeah. But my subscribe star link that pops up on Nightbot, I need to cancel that. I need to shut that off. I got to get into my Nightbot account. That link's probably not good at the moment, but I do have a couple things I've done. In the opening of the show, uh, I have that little the chat that pops up. Now that's part of vMix that does that. And I found out today that you can set it up because a lot of those it doesn't put the emoticon up there. It just puts something else. But you can actually pick a script for that is for the emoticons, and it will put all the script plus the emoticons up there. So I did that
Cool.
today. If anybody had done that while I was running that opening, but but yeah, that's. Let me say hello to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, let's do that.
Make sure. Let's start out with who was the first one in here. Trevor was in here. He beat Mr. Stay Drunk.
Ooh,
My friend
cool.
Grant. and Jody followed up right behind him. Then we had Mr. JRC's, and it looked like it was Big Water UAV Solutions. Then Bob Casey. Let's see, I already said Mr. JRC's. Johnny D. Drone Life RC, then Johnny D RC's. Actually, no, it was the other way around.
Oh, Johnny Drone Flyer
Johnny
just
D.
popped in.
Yeah.
And Sunrise Water Media.
Yeah, Micah B.
Meow
Sunrise
Meow.
Water Media and Micah B. Meow Meow. That's right. And Johnny Drone Flyer. I hope things are getting better for you down there in Louisiana, Johnny Drone Flyer, because that's no fun being without electric and all that stuff. I don't know which is worse personally. Oh, Jeff Ellenberger is there.
Jeff, hey Jeff.
Personally, I think I'd rather be without the electric when it was hot than when it's cold. Because you can open windows, you can get you can fan yourself, you can drink lots of water, but when it's below freezing, when it's in the 10 degrees, when it's in the single digits and lower, and you have no electricity, no matter how, unless you burn your house down, that's about the only way you're going to stay. Reminds me of something I heard Walter say once about, but it's a dry heat. Yeah, so is a bonfire, but you don't see me setting my ass on fire. Well, that's it. I don't care how dry that heat is, it ain't enough, But anyways, and I got to get something to filter out those stupid dogs. But yeah, let's. So you did a drone
real estate gig. Yep.
Real estate gig. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
This is number 2
Excellent.
for me, and I'm
number 2
learning a lot, especially the smart controller, because it's a little bit different layout than the the regular controller that came with the Air 2.
Right. So you like using that smart controller better?
Yes, I do. It's a very bright screen.
Yeah.
You get a lot more features. I'm still learning how to use it, and my friend Todd, who was at our show yesterday.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing him.
He
I remember seeing him in the chat.
Along, and we got the ISO and the shutter speed just right, and
right.
He was my VL for the day, and I just took the drone over to the house, and he told me, "Yeah, get this shot, turn it this way," and so I just listened to him, and he goes, "How's that?" And he goes, "Perfect." Took a picture and went on to the next one. Yep. So we probably took about a dozen photos.
Okay, cool. Well, as word of mouth goes along, hopefully you'll get more and more,
Yep.
That might be it's going to be a nice little supplement. Also, welcome to Maddie's Drone World. Matt, good to see you. And Greg, our buddy Oz by Drone. He's always done that multiple broadcasting, but I'd never tried it before. StreamYard's made it so simple. I just click authorize it. It's running fine. I don't think anybody's actually watching it over there, but just remember, Grumpy Vlogger is the name of my Twitch channel. So if you guys want to go check it out,
all right.
But yeah,
when I first started doing Art's Place on over vlogging, I did a simulcast on Facebook and YouTube.
Right. Sorry about that. I got a mosquito in here. They're looking for the last drops of blood before the cold weather, because we're starting to get a little fallish weather. So they're trying to get their last little little drops of blood before they start dying off. Which I hate to say it, but I hope we have a cold and snowy winter. I don't want a wet winter necessarily. I want a snowy one. The difference being ice. A wet
Right.
winter and cold is ice. I knew something had changed when I tuned in. I had not noticed that twitch before. Yeah, I know, right? Anyways, everybody's 10,000 comedians out of work, and Greg's still trying to be funny. But
Yeah.
you know, I have over here.
Oh, we're sorry to hear about that, Matt. Oh,
Oh man, God, I hope she's okay.
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I've ranted about stuff. Uh, but I'm a firm believer I'm a firm believer in two things. One, it's your choice what to do about shots or no shots. End of conversation. That's the way I feel about it. I will always support that. Two, I believe in the shot. You know,
Mm-hmm.
do I trust it 100%? No,
Mm.
I don't. I mean, it's not been around long enough. I mean, they did come out with some new evidence just lately that says it's pretty dog. You know, I don't remember it, but both the Moderna and the Pfizer are both very good at helping prevent or at least reducing the symptoms of COVID
Right.
if you should get it.
Mm-hmm.
I think overall there's been a minimal of people that have gotten the new variant has been very protective against that. But there again, it's your choice, folks. I
Mm-hmm.
am immunocompromised. Oh,
Yep.
looks like Twitch has just shut down. I hope the rest of my show hasn't shut down.
Well, I'm in the same boat. I have compromised respiratory.
Huh.
I have sleep apnea.
Maybe when I started talking about COVID, Twitch decided to shut me off.
Ah, there you go.
Who knows? Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I just started getting the
Whoops.
spinny wheel there on Twitch. So, oh well. If it, if that's their problem, that's their problem. I just won't broadcast again. Next time, I won't do it. The reason I didn't do it on Facebook is because sometimes we talk about that. But yeah,
Uh,
no, man.
oh,
Hey,
no
it's
problem,
it's
Matt.
it's Matt. It's you didn't bring the room down. It's I was probably going to talk about some of that anyways because
Mm-hmm.
our El Presidente, a couple of things. He's written that new mandate of his, and uh, I don't know how long that's going to stand. Don't really,
Yeah.
let the politicians work that. It's still live on Twitch. Maybe it was just me then. All right, thanks, Greg. Uh, maybe Greg, if you would subscribe, I'll have 2 subscribers on my Twitch channel now.
I
I
don't
have not.
even. I'll have to get on Twitch
Well, I
and
I
start.
installed. I actually installed Twitch so I could watch my oldest son play online. He was, and that's when I set it up, and then I just went ahead and turned it over to the Grumpy Vlogger. Could change the name to Grumpy Vlogger back. I forgot about it until I noticed that there was a Twitch link on the StreamYard. So,
Oh.
so I had to get my password, my username, and like, okay, yeah, all right, that's it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but, yeah, we've got that, but I know not many people are watching the NFL anymore or a lot of people aren't watching because of the protests, which I think have been kind of, hey, Doc, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Uh,
Doc.
but, they've kind of been, people, NFL is lost, but a lot of people are watching college football
Mm-hmm.
this year. I've noticed. And I don't watch football. I'm not a sports fan, I'm just not, never have been. I think it has to do with my grandfather. We seem to always have Saturdays is when the folks went shopping for food. Sundays we went and visited the aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, whatever, And
Hey, there's Oz. Twitch.
Oz by Drone, and he's in Twitch now. That's he just commented in Twitch. So cool.
Hey, Dustin.
And we have got our first guest for the night. Let me go ahead and bring him in. But anyways, getting into let's just go ahead and bring him in right now. Add to stream. There you are. Hey Ron,
Hey,
you're
Miss
on.
Ron.
How are you?
Doing good. So you working or are you still or which job are you working, I should say?
I'm working the real job today.
The real job today. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, what are you
Yeah.
mad at me or something, Lloyd? I
Why?
heard a comment you said earlier. You said, "I hope we have a cold and wintry, snowy winter." Have you forgotten where I live?
Life sucks being you, Buttercup. I live right on the crossing. I live right at the crossroads between snow and ice.
Yeah, you do.
And we have more ice storms than we do snowstorms. And they're talking about this being a higher than average because we're coming into an El Nino, and they're talking about higher than average precipitation
Really?
and mid to lower temperatures. I'm hoping we're going to be hitting at about 25 degrees as our basic lows, during the daytime, and the precipitation will turn into snow. If it's anything above, if it's 31 or above, it will be ice.
Yeah.
If it's between here in Oklahoma, I don't know how it is elsewhere, but yeah. And Dustin, welcome. Matt or Art welcomed you, and I forgot to, but yeah, no, I hope in Oklahoma. Now I hope you get really low snowfall this year. I hope it's just nice and comfortable.
I was looking at the farmers. Well, there was a thing on Facebook the other day. The Farmers Almanac were saying that
Yeah,
we're
I
going
saw
to
that too.
colder temperatures, but somewhat of a dry winter.
Yeah.
Not as much precip. So
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. Colder, but I've heard that in our area they're expecting it to be. We're right in that band where we're going to have an above average snowfall this year. But
right.
the way that's working, it probably won't affect you because let's see, you're in Montana, right? No, you're in
Well, we'll
South
be in
Dakota.
Wyoming, eastern
Yeah,
Wyoming.
eastern Wyoming. So we're talking.
Hey,
That's
Jim.
still west of me, isn't it? Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Mhm.
that's west of us. Okay, that's why I had to stop. I had to put that. Sometimes I have to remember my geography and make sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're going to be west of us, and that's sort of where it's coming. It's coming out of the Pacific Northwest. It's dropping down, sort of at Wyoming, then dropping down across the central
Right.
plains areas into the the Midwest, and then going back up again. So you're going to be right on that cusp of probably about average snowfall from what I'm
Yeah.
seeing.
Do you believe in
I watched.
that Farmers Almanac very much?
I don't know. I believe in persimmon seeds, so I guess if I can believe in persimmon seeds, I can believe in a farmer's almanac.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you know what the story is behind persimmon seeds?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. In Oklahoma, we have persimmon trees. A lot. There's not as many as there used to be, but there's still a lot. And you take the persimmon off the tree. You do not eat those things unless they're really, really ripe because they are bitter. They make a great jelly, but they're terrible to eat. But they will. It's like drinking. It's like eating the most sour orange you could, or sour lemon that you could ever think of, or just think, and it'll just your glands will start hurting, your face will pucker up, and it's just terrible. But you cut the seed out, and then you take and cut the seed in half. If it has a spoon shape in it, that's going to be snow. If it has a fork in it, and it'll look like a little fork, that's going to be a mix of snow and ice and about an average winter. If it has a knife in it, I believe that is a lot of rain.
Right.
I can't remember it all, but yeah, it actually. I mean, I
I
moved to
feel my
Oklahoma 40
leg
years.
being pulled.
No, actually, they did. Our local weatherman for years used to cut a persimmon seed open at the beginning as soon as they came available, as soon as they became ripe, and he'd show it. I mean, it's an Oklahoma tradition,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I thought it was crazy when I first heard about it until I started watching what the weatherman was saying about it, and he's like, and I'd asked Judy because Judy was born and raised here. It's one of them. It's like they do water witching around here. We had a guy for years that he worked for the water department. His sole job was to go out and trace water lines and mark them as when they were getting ready to do digging, or construction or anything. He was to go out and trace the water lines, and you'd see him all the time walking up with a steel rod, holding it in his hands, doing this, walking down the street. He retired from the city. He water witched. Some of that old fashioned stuff really does work. It looks like we've got somebody just popped in. Mr. Hope. Hello, Chris.
Hey, we finally got Hope.
He's in a hotel.
You ain't got much tonight, bud.
Yeah, using dowsing rods. Yeah, exactly, Dustin.
Dowsing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, you're hard to hear, Chris. A little bit.
It is what it is, man. Is that better?
Are you on an iPad?
Yes.
Go into your StreamYard settings, and it gives you that opportunity to cancel automatic volume. That's the problem. Can you hear me okay, Lloyd?
Yeah, you sound fine to me.
You sound fine.
Yeah.
About
That's
time.
what I
Hello,
had.
Jim. Open home, Jim. Jim, hi
How
there.
about now?
Glad to see you.
That's better.
Oh,
There you
much
go.
better.
Much
Yeah,
better.
makes you sound smart too.
But I can still hear Art. That's a problem.
Yeah, if you
Well,
uncancel, then you can actually raise your volume output. Yeah.
Didn't
All
know
right,
that.
Art, say something now. Say something now. See if it's still working for Chris. Okay. All right.
I can't get to Art's shows. There's too much sunshine left in the middle of the day for me. I apologize, Art.
Well, I watched it Saturday night, or some of it, anyways.
I got busy Saturday, and then when I got Art's deal, then they had that impromptu live stream for Adrian, who never showed up.
Yeah.
The little quitter.
Well, he was nursing.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Well, that's right. Adrian had a. In congratulations to him, he has a new baby. Is it a boy or a girl? I saw that he had one, but I just didn't know which. Another girl.
It's a little girl.
Princess.
I already got her cell phone number in my phone, so I can text her like
Really? Okay.
I text my sister.
I dated a girl that was a nursing student, but she made my nipples chap.
She did what?
She made his nipples chap. She was a nursing student.
Ooh.
I picked on a nursing student once. It was my last day at my part-time job, and she was in the emergency room. We used to help work in the emergency room, and she made two little mistakes. We were talking about giving medications and all the things that can go wrong and all the things to double check. And then she got so nervous, she dropped the syringe on the floor and bent over and picked it up. I said, all right, let's stop here. Let's calm down. Two things you should always remember. Number one, I said, always remember you can always add to, but you can never take away. In other words, be careful of the dosage that you give. And I said, and secondly, and most importantly, if you drop something, whatever God's sakes you do, never bend over in front of a medic. my partner pissed himself. He goes, Ron, you're going to get fired. I'm like, it's my last day.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Joe Blaylock just joined us. Yeah.
Hey Joe.
Got a pretty good crowd tonight.
Lloyd, I got a question. You and Art are into the politics a lot more. Somebody sent me something today. Not to get you on a rant, but it'll probably get you on a rant.
I'm trying to stay off of one as best I can, but that's okay.
Yeah. This whole, mandatory vaccine thing today, but then it said the members of Congress are exempt from that.
Yep. They are exempt.
Why?
Mm-hmm. Is there in
because our president is a shit for brains?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kind of message does that send out? Was it Congress and I forget who the other ones were.
Yeah, it's it's well, I was going to bring up something about that as I was talking about college football because a lot more people have been watching college football. I
Yeah.
saw today that there were protests all across different college games, live games, and plug your ears if you don't like to hear adult words, folks. But they were saying, "Fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you, Joe Biden." The whole damn stadium. So we're not talking one game. We're talking. I saw at least 4 games they did that on.
Wow.
The whole stadium.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. I mean, you know, if those people would have protested about the kneelers at the UFO game at the NFL games, that would have been a non-issue right there. They, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this article says Joe Biden's new vaccine mandates for federal employees does not apply to members of Congress or those who work for Congress or the federal court system.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There, you know, and like I said, folks, if you heard an adult word here, that's just too damn bad. It's I didn't even let the dummy cuss
Yep.
for me. I said it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bob, I think you're right. He's a one-term president of the United States, and he knows it. You know, I mean, don't apply to members of Congress or those that work for Congress. Also,
Yep.
you know, because of the fact, you're probably right, Johnny. You're probably right. Those are the same idiots that voted for him. You know, it's this thing is going to be it's going to end up in the court systems. It's already started there, and they haven't even got started with it. Yeah, why do you think they are any different than the people who voted them in? Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. I don't. At work, the don't words. These words don't fall on virgin ears. Well, thank you, Jim. Yeah, it's hello, TexArts drone guy. How you doing?
Yep. Hey, Mike.
But yeah, you know, it's it amazes me. But then again, Congress always votes themselves a raise every year,
Right. Mm-hmm.
even when they haven't passed a bill or passed a spending bill in the last, God, how many years since they've actually passed a budget? They just keep sticking a Band-Aid on the old budget. I mean, this, you know, I don't care which party you belong to. I think we ought to fire the whole bunch of them because none of them are doing any work or anything worthwhile, you know. But
The only thing that troubles me is, you know, we sit here and we bitch and complain, and you know, yet nothing's being done. Nothing probably will be done. I mean, look at it. It almost seems like this whole thing with Afghanistan, it's almost like it's been forgotten already. It's only been a week.
Oh,
You don't hear
yeah.
it in the
Well,
news.
I mean, I think this was on purpose to
yeah,
divert attention away from Afghanistan.
yes, that is Ron Lockwood, Jim. But yeah, it's that's what it is. The whole thing. I see. It looks like my crowd tonight is really on my side of things. So I guess a lot of them tuned in to see if I was going to rant. But yeah, I just saw something the other day. Al Zakari, the guy that was supposed to have taken over for Al Qaeda, he took over Al Qaeda when Bin Laden was killed. He released a message on 9/11. Wasn't that nice of him? He's been dead since last November, according to our officials. According to and I use this term very loosely, the intelligence officers.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah. Boy, another moderator handled this. Yeah, it looks like everybody's on board with this one tonight. But yeah, he released a message, and it was he did it in a way that they could look at him and say, yeah, it may not have happened since we left Afghanistan, but it happened at least prior to that, and they figure at as late as, or as early as I should say, February or March of this year, he was still alive, even though they told us he'd been killed, But then again, what do you expect? This is the same military that launched that drone to take out that ISIS-K car bomber that was hurtling towards the airport, and it turns out he was just he was just loading up water to deliver to his friends, and it killed him and his kids, and he was one of our interpreters that we had over there. We killed him.
Yeah. Smooth move, X-Lax. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
just to change it up a little bit,
absolutely.
Has anybody had any experience with log cabin kit homes?
I've heard about them.
Yeah, I was just something I was thinking about that might be more affordable for me to have a home of my own.
The only problem, Art, is depends on which state you go to.
Right.
Sometimes, obviously, you got to buy property separately.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and Chris could probably know a lot more about this than me, but I know, like in Wyoming, sometimes to dig for sewer and water is extremely expensive. A lot. So
don't live inside the city limits.
Right. Mm-hmm. Because then you got to follow all the contracting rules and all of all of the. Whoops. Let's see.
Well, I was looking at maybe get a lot in Tennessee and put up a little
as long as you're in
the
outside the city limits where you don't have to stick to their codes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to Alaska and still homestead there, Art.
Yeah, but everything is expensive up there.
Yeah, but you also get paid oil royalties while you're living there. The other problem, I only see one problem with Art living in Alaska. He'd have to have one of them little flagpoles with the thing on top with a wavy orange flag, because every time it snowed, we'd lose sight of Art.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Art.
Look like Carmen on
Carmen in a snowsuit. That's what I was thinking too.
That's true, Bob. Yep.
Art, I was trying to be just a little bit serious, man, but it's okay. Tennessee's a great state, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Tennessee, northern Arkansas.
It would cost a ton of money to heat that place. You know how much wood I'd have to cut to, throw in the fireplace or a potbelly stove to heat up the cabin? Boy, I'd need a crap ton of that. Or have a giant propane tank outside my house.
I'm just imagining you sitting next to a propane tank and working out which one's taller.
Or you could get on Discovery Channel and dig for gold on Friday nights.
There you go.
You'd fit right in.
Gold rush.
I just popped in for a brief while to share something. I wanted to throw a grenade into the competition. Into the discussion, no competition. A grenade into the discussion. Something we were talking about the other day, Grumps. You've got your recall election happening wherever it is. I don't know.
California.
Out in California. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's been YouTube videos and news articles about people who can't vote because people have already voted in their names. And I know that Yanks don't like the idea, or some Yanks don't like the idea of voter ID, but that takes away the right of a legitimate voter to have the integrity of his vote protected. So the idea I came up with is voluntary voter ID, where the state would allow you to set a preference on the electoral roll saying, I want my vote to only be accepted if ID is presented. So you make the decision to opt in. So that way, if someone else turns up and says, oh, I'm Artco, I want to vote, and you've got that flag, then they can arrest the guy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's a good idea. If like people write on the back of their sometimes when you use a credit card, for example, you write on the back of it instead of signing, you say, please ask for ID. And if they turn it over like they're supposed to and they're good waitress, they're going to check that and say, can I see your ID? And you don't have a problem with that because, and this would be the same way. Now in Oklahoma, I got to show an ID when I go to vote. I have to, and it has my signature on my driver's license has to match because they'll have me sign it and then they'll look at it and then they'll hand me back my ID. But that's the way we do it in Oklahoma. But you're right. I mean, if we had a way to know that our votes, it doesn't matter about anybody else, but we know our votes aren't being used for nefarious reasons, then, that way we could have, and I think that'd be that way that those that feel that we would be disenfranchising people that don't want to have, that don't have IDs, well, that's their problem, get an ID, set it up that way or not, and that's what the real problem is. Not that most of us that are honest don't mind the ID. It's the ones that,
And then after you implement that, you could go one step.
Chris, what are you doing?
Say hello
you
to
farting over there?
You feel better, Chris.
You could go one step further then, and hypothetically, if you got the population to, let's say, 80% of people wanting opt-in voter ID, then the next thing you do is say, well, we'll make the rest of them provisional votes. And then when you're opening them and you've got the envelopes and you say, well, I've got the envelope for Fred Smith here, and you open up, you get all of the other envelopes, and if you got two Fred Smiths, then you put them aside and you just count the ones where there's one vote. What a novel concept.
Yeah, I know. It's real simple. Honesty would be a great thing. How do we make it honest? And I think your idea probably holds as good an idea and probably a better idea than anything that's been proposed personally, I don't have a problem. I think I got to show an ID to buy a bottle of wine at the grocery store, and they scan it and they check it. I got to show an ID. What was it I went for? It was, I don't know, it was glue or something. And they said, we need to see your ID. I said, are you friggin' kidding me? Well, yeah, because this could be used to make meth or something. So, I look down at myself and say, do I look like I make meth? I mean, really? Do I look like a meth user? Apparently I'm using the weight gaining meth or something.
No. It wasn't for that reason. It's because you look like a glue sniffer.
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's something I have never done. Matter of fact, back when because I was around when glue sniffing started, it got to be a big thing. Chris, what are you laughing at? Did I miss something?
Well, the glue sniffer, you kind of remember that old boy off that movie Airplane.
Okay.
We're sniffing glue. You look kind of like him a little bit.
Yeah.
He does. Right.
A little Lloyd Bridges in you.
Anyway, gents, I'm going to disappear. I'm doing some work, but I wanted to throw the hand grenade in and get you guys to go and talk about that topic and see if your viewers have got any thoughts about it as well.
That is a pretty good idea. I mean, you and I talked about it, and I can see where it's probably, Yeah, I was in the Air Force, yes.
Yeah, he's always getting high on glue. Anyway, see you, lads.
Yeah.
See you, Greg.
Bye.
See you, Greg.
Oh, Jesus. It's going to be one of those shows, isn't it?
That's not a bad idea. You'll never Never get
Yeah, just
everybody
don't
bite
call me
off.
Shirley.
Yep.
I'm going to take a moment here because I didn't realize it. Man, what the hell?
Got a dog in there?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I thought it was. I thought Judy. I told her to quit walking, quit trying to walk out here to the office and to hit on the bathroom wall in there, and I can hear it in here, and that's what I thought it was. It's like I look, and she's taking a nap, and like, what the hell was that noise? It's one of the dogs back here, and he was scratching and he was hitting the floor and it was going thump, 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 thump. I'm like, what the hell is that? Kind of freaked me out for a
Are you
second.
sure he's
Anyways,
scratching, not scooting?
no, he's not scooting because it wasn't a
No.
shh. It was a thump, 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 thump. Although he might have been doing something else, and I'm not going to check. I just heard the noise, and I know it was the dog, so he might have been doing something else. But, anyways, because we've gone through so quick, I'm going to go ahead and put myself on. Let's see, how do I do this? There we go. And I'm going to take just a moment for. What the hell is that? Where's my shameless plug button? You know, I've got a button here that says shameless plug on it, but I can't find it. There it is right there. It's got a picture of a t-shirt. The Grumpy Vlogger Store, where you can find all your Grumpy Vlogger needs. I'm not going to answer that, Bob Casey.
You know you misspelled shirt, right?
Do what?
Nothing, I'm just kidding.
Now you can find a link in the description to both the Grumpy Vlogger store and my second store, Stream Shirt, which has some of the same things, a little bit different designs, a little bit different cups, a little bit different variety. So the link is in the description. So get your budgie smugglers. Yeah, that's the perfect name. Poo powder if they can. That's funny, Doc. All right, let's get back to that.
Poo powder.
Poo powder, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a real thing, too. I mean, it's just, I started that as a joke, but it's still a real thing. And no, they don't actually sponsor, but it's just such a cool idea. I thought, well, what the hell? This makes for a good. I was good. A couple of things I was going to talk about is, yeah, you didn't know. Great. Yeah. So how was it last week? Oh, it just, the poo powder took care of it all, I want to, I've been meaning to do this for a long time, but this was sent to me by Brad Alston. Some of you guys I know probably got these. He did these on his, I'm not sure what I just heard, but anyway. Anyways, I've had these and I've been forgetting to bring one in the office. But they're coasters that he did them for when he was doing them for the
Florida spin up.
The Florida spin up, yeah. And he contacted me. So Brad, if you're not in the chat, and I don't think you are, but if you see this on replay, I want you to know I am using these, and gave one to Judy and one. Yeah. I think I've got. He sent me the ones that have made by Brad Alston, River City VA 2021. Yeah, so I mean, he did them on his laser engraver, and they're nice. It
does.
It keeps my coffee cups from getting
sweaty.
Anyways, yeah, well, it keeps it from sweating and Judy, she has a she usually has a glass of tea or something by the bed, and it sweats a lot. So, you use yours as well? Okay. All right. So, yeah,
Hey,
there.
Lloyd, I was going to
Go
ask you,
ahead,
did
Ron.
Judy ever do anything with that eagle picture I sent her?
Yeah, she has started on it. We got we did, she was having problems doing the sketch off with the way she wanted. So I bought her, I think it was for Mother's Day. I bought her, it's a micro, I forgot what they call it, but it's a micro projector. It'll do up to, you know, I think 120 inches or 240 inch, or it'll do all the way down to this. And that thing's only this big. I mean, it's about this thick, about this wide, and I put it on a tripod, and I took that picture and put it on an SD card, popped the SD card in there, and then projected it onto her canvas, and we did the outline. She did the outlines on it, and she started on the painting of it.
Oh,
But
cool.
then this last couple of weeks, she hasn't been feeling real good. She's been having a lot of problems. I don't know if she's had another TIA or something. You know, we're waiting to see. But she said the other day, and she'd been having a little problems with getting her speech out the way she wanted. So it's just, you know, it'll get better, you know, again. But it wasn't a stroke. It was just a bump in the road, I guess you'd say. And we know what it is. We deal with it all the time. We've been dealing with it for on and off for 15 years. You know, she's been going down this road. But yeah, but yes, she has started. She got it on the canvas. She got the outline sketch on the canvas, and I can't remember which one she used, but I think it was the one of him flying with the wings spread. You know, and
I sent you
yeah,
2 or 3, if I remember.
you sent me about 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
I can't remember now, but
Hmm.
she had one canvas she wanted to do that one on. It's an oval, so canvas, and then but I had to have she had one of those transfer things you put on top of the picture. Well, the one we had was so old that it wouldn't do anything anymore. So I was able to get I forgot what they're called. There's certain type of they're a micro projector of some sort, and they will go down to like a s- a 5 by 5 square or 4 by 4 square, all the way up to I think it goes to 240 inches. You know,
Wow.
and it's in high definition, it's 1080p, either 1080p or I don't think it's 4K, but it's 1080p, and it'll play everything. I can put in I can use it as a TV. Like if we go camping or something, we want to put it on a big sheet outside. At night we can watch movies that way.
There you
That'd
go.
be cool.
Opaque projectors, yes, Doc Murdoch, that's what it is.
Mhm.
It's so anyways, yeah, so she has been doing something on that. But I was going to talk about what uh Art was talking about using how bright his smart controller is. Have you guys, I can't remember the number, but the new iPad Pro 2021 edition, the newest one that just came out here like in April, that thing, I can't turn it up on the highest brightness. I keep it almost halfway because it's something like 16,000 nits
Wow.
That
brightness.
many?
Cool.
Yeah, it's a lot brighter than the uh before they came out with the smart controller. What was that screen that they had, the DJI?
Oh,
Uh,
Crystal Sky.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's even brighter than the Crystal Sky or the smart controller. It's outrageously bright. And I got the 12.9 inch, and it's
That's
I got the
what she said.
256K. It runs, it's yeah. I wish, anyways. Oops, did I say that? Shit, my mic was hot. Anyways, uh, yeah. I'm not gonna repeat it. But anyways, that thing it's got the M1 processor. It is smoking fast, and I did not buy the smart keyboard because to me it was just
Because he's
stupid.
not that smart.
I'm not that smart. Now,
They're
what I
like
bought
300
was
bucks, I think.
Yeah, they're ridiculous priced, and I mean, yeah, they're all, cute and everything because you just kind of magnetically mount this thing on there, but it doesn't protect the iPad. I mean, it really isn't. It's not a folio type system. So I bought, and I can't remember what brand I bought, but it wasn't the Logitech, although it's pretty good. I bought it has a hard case around it so it protects the edges and it folds up into a folio. It comes with a Bluetooth keyboard. And I charged that Bluetooth keyboard up when I first got it, and I've been using it for a month now, and I haven't had to recharge it.
Yeah.
And I think I paid $102 for it.
That's not bad.
And that's the case, the keyboard and everything. And the keyboard you can just, you can just use the case to tilt it, and it magnetically mounts to the case cover, and that case cover actually goes over and covers the camera on it too. So it's really a nice setup, and it's actually faster than my PC that I've got here now. And but anyways, but yeah, that thing if you guys are in the mood for upgrading to something really fast and that's really would be good for doing your flight simming with that, or not flight simming, your droning with, that would be the way to go. I mean, of course, the smart controller is cheaper, but you can add all sorts of apps and use this for something besides just flying your drone.
That's what I use. I use iPad. I love it.
Yeah.
It's got cell service.
That's
My
right.
iPad's 3 years old, and I'm looking to up. It's time to trade in and get an upgrade. So,
I would go with the new 2021 because they're talking about there might be a newer one coming. No, that's the iPhone that's coming out. The iPhone.
that's tomorrow. I think they have their big powwow tomorrow. Apple does.
Yeah. I think so.
iOS 15 is out in beta. I believe it'll be out pretty quick now after tomorrow.
Will it? Okay. Yeah, I haven't checked in.
That kind of scares me with the Go app, which is what I use to stream with. I'm
Right.
inevitably every time they do this mess, something
Every
messes
time.
up.
Yeah, it's either going to. It's iOS. What is it, iOS 14 or 15?
14.3, I think, or something like that now. And 15 is a new. It's supposed to be new and improved.
15 is the newest one that's coming out. Yeah, when that comes out, iPad Mini 6 is expected as well. Okay, yeah. I guarantee you, one of two groups are going to be pissed off. Hello. Look who is in Okie Drone Productions. Our token millennial has joined us, and I apologize. Matt, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Matt.
What's up, young man?
But one of two groups are going to be pissed off. It's either going to be the iOS users, or it's going to be the other ones. The
Android.
Android. Thank you. Brain fart.
I was using Android for a while. I think Android and Google and DJI had got crossed somehow, and it quit let me live stream from it.
Really? Okay.
Too many ducks in the pond. It's hard to get them figured out sometimes.
I know. Yeah. And
and another thing about the smart controller, I could live stream with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check
Well,
with Lloyd or check with so tired Mel on that. There is a certain version that he upgraded to at one point, and he lost that ability to do that.
Oh, okay. I will check that out.
So depending on what version is on the controller, you may need to downgrade.
Yeah.
Mel knows.
He said he could. Or have they fixed that now? Because that was.
They may have. But
they may have fixed it. Yeah.
Talk to Mel about that.
Yeah, I remember he was going through
a video on it. I think at one point, it might have been like oh gosh, a year
Yeah.
ago or something. But
Yeah.
when he upgraded to the next version, it didn't allow him to live stream anymore from the smart
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just a tidbit
Yeah.
of information.
Well, it's like I said, if you're due to do an upgrade for your iPads, and you want to go with the iPad Pro, but like you said, they're coming out with something new tomorrow. They're having a big presentation tomorrow, so wait and see what that
Apple,
is.
Apple,
Yeah,
Apple
Apple
is.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
So
it's probably new phone and
One of these
iOS
days,
system.
when like one of you guys, like Chris, hint comes out to visit, I need to have somebody set me up to live stream. That's something I've never done.
There's
Oh,
several
with
different
your
ways to
drone?
do it.
Yeah. How many subscribers you got now, Ron?
I've been stuck on like 430 for 4 or 5 months now.
I
don't-
figured you would be ahead of me.
I don't think it
In
matters
all
anymore, Lloyd.
honesty.
Somebody just told me that YouTube is going to drop its requirement from 1,000 subs down to 500.
I had heard that, at least when it comes to the community tab, being able to set up that thing. So I didn't notice it today. So whenever they're going to do it, GoPro 10 is rumored to be in the wild, ready to be released on the 15th or thereabouts. Okay.
Oh, man.
But
Wake up, Ron.
yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
it.
don't start that,
You're gonna
man.
sleep
I'm
it.
ready for a nap.
I got up at
Oh.
2:45 this morning and drove up here. A little tired.
By the way, Drone Nation should have probably started about, or they'll be starting in about 3 minutes. So,
Right.
if they're doing their normal show, which they should be. So, and don't forget, you can find me on Twitch at the Grumpy, just the Grumpy Vlogger, one word, Grumpy Vlogger, and that's where I'm broadcasting on Twitch. So, thought I'd give it a shot, and I shut it off. I clicked the tab up there because I was getting a spinny wheel, but yeah. So I'm actually going to try and finish on time. I didn't have much of a rant tonight, so I'm going to try and finish here on time. But Chris, what do you got going right now?
Just my monthly trip up here. We'll pick some pipelines in the morning and go back home. Watch a little dab of hurricane blow up through our part of the world. Get a little rain out of it, I hope.
Yeah, that's funny, Joe.
Makes sense. You twitch. You're right, Joe. You
Yeah,
tell him, man. You
I do.
tell him.
Yeah,
He's a
I do.
Twitter.
Well, yeah. Well, you notice I never sit still. This is a bad habit I got into a long time ago, and I can't keep my chair still. It's just,
At least it don't squeak no more.
No, that's true. Well, Judy got me a new chair. I used to do that, and it squeaked dirt through the whole show. Yeah, I got a lot of complaints about that. And, this new chair that she got me last year, yeah, it was bad. But okay, and Ron, what's going on with you? When you get through working this week, you going back up to doing some more guide work, or?
I'm actually off from that till October 1st, but I go home Wednesday morning, walk through Thursday, closing on Friday, and hopefully moving truck on Saturday.
Yeah. Sweet. So did it meet the appraisal?
Yep. They actually appraised it for $1,000
Yes.
more.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, Congrats. I meant to ask that when you first came on, and it just it hit me just as you got right. I thought, oh, wait a minute, are you moving? Yeah. So
it sucks being homeless.
Congratulations.
I went to my friends last night for dinner, and they're like, Ron, why don't you just stay here? We have an extra bed. So I stayed there, and I set my alarm to get up this morning, and I woke up, and I'm like, where the hell am I? I forgot. I slept in so many places in the past couple of weeks, I forgot where I was at.
Yeah.
You wake up in the dark, and you don't recognize things. And
well, I do that all the time, but that's just because I'm old.
Yeah, me too. But No, it's going to be a welcome sight. I'm pretty excited. I said, got some plans for it, and
Yep.
yeah.
That's for the California folks.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could vote to recall him, we'd do it from here too.
That's my week.
Okay. All right. Well, I am very happy that you got a house. I know that it's gonna
good.
Yeah.
it's gonna make things a lot easier for you, isn't it? Because
that and my pilot's one son is coming. He's a poor college student. He's a 300-pound Nebraska linebacker. He's going to grab that 550-pound gun safe I have and say, Ron, where do you want it?
There you go.
it's always
I want it in Wyoming.
yeah. Just put it on your back and tote it there. Yeah.
He probably could. He's a big boy. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. So, and Art, you told us at the beginning of the show you had you did a photo a real estate shoot today.
Yep.
Got any more in the works, or what's?
I don't know, but yesterday I flew with the flight club and got some more FPV video. I'm still having some issues, but hopefully, if I get hold of Chris Murdoch later this week, we can figure out what's going on.
All right.
And I got to play around with the smart controller yesterday, so I've got some video with that. So and that's the cool thing about the smart controller is you can record the whole thing. You'll pick up your audio and it'll pick up everything on the screen, which is cool. Yep. Hey, Okie Tom. Good to see you.
Welcome, Okie Tom.
Tom, your toffee is on its way.
Yeah, I need to register a protest. Didn't he win like the week before?
Yes, he did. And he's the one that won the power bank too. So,
yeah, exactly. I know for sure that your number thing does not. It's got an anti-grump. As soon as I put a number up there, it cancels it out. So I know you got it rigged against me. So, and Tom, you're not allowed to win anymore until I do. Like that's ever going to happen. Never mind, Tom. You'd probably be waiting from now until forever to win that if you had to wait until I won. So, but, if I wasn't so damn cheap, I'd just order something and buy my own. Yeah, grumpy winning rejected right there. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It rejects my number as soon as it sees my name. Yeah, so. Well, guys, this has been a good show. I've gone just an hour. I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. I appreciate you guys coming in. I didn't do too much of a rant tonight, I don't think.
Thanks for having me, Lloyd.
Yep, thank you.
Well, Chris, I'm glad you're here. You've been missed because you've missed a couple of them, and I thought, well, maybe he's mad at me.
Oh no, no way in the world I'll be mad at you, man. Like I said, it's too much sunshine at 7 o'clock still.
I know. Well, it's getting to where the days are getting shorter, so the winter time will probably make it. Yeah, pretty soon the days are going to get down to Art's height.
Yeah.
That's why he likes winter because the days are as short as Art is in the wintertime. But anyways. Guys, I appreciate you being here. You guys make it easy on me to have a show, and I appreciate everybody in the chat, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start the timer again. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, and I'm sure all of you that are watching this, and we had I thought I saw 27 were watching today. Yep. There's 22 watching now, 21. So anyway, so we had 27 watching today. So that is pretty good show for me. So I don't know if they're waiting to see. Well, hello, Chris Wedgeworth, and goodbye. Like I said,
And goodbye,
I missed
Chris.
a lot of you, I'm sure. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put myself on full screen. Thank you very much, guys. I'm
Thank
going to
you,
start
Lloyd.
the timer.
Thank you,
Ron,
Lloyd. See you, Art.
Thanks for
congratulations
Ron.
again, Chris. Thanks for being here. Art, I'll see you on the next show that we do together. So,
Okay.
let me just put myself on full screen, and I'll go ahead and start the timer, folks. And let me make sure I hit the right one here, and away we go. Don't forget, Drone Nation, top of the should be started now.
Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
Remember, folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here. But remember what I say, be kind, treat each other better than you would treat yourselves. Remember, everybody matters, even conservative old farts like me. So, y'all take care now. I'm the Grumpy Vlogger, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.